Christian Stellini sacked by Tottenham Hotspur Football Club after just 28 days in charge and 4 games. Ryan Mason has just been put in charge and Daniel Levy is under serious pressure. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Spurs in the Media, where in this edition I'll be going through all of today's newspapers, looking at all of the reports from Stellini being sacked, Ryan Mason taking over, Pochettino just about to take over at Chelsea, and Daniel Levy under serious pressure as Spurs chairman. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Now let's get straight into it. Let's start with a report from the Daily Mail, and it says here on the back page, shambles, Spurs sack Stellini after 6-1 shocker, Levy takes blame, Mason to take over. Tottenham have sacked acting head coach Christian Stellini following Sunday's humiliating defeat at Newcastle. It says in this report, in confirming yet another changing of guard, Daniel Levy said Sunday's performance against Newcastle was wholly unacceptable. It was devastating to see. We can look at many reasons why it happened and why myself, the board, the coaches and players must all take collective responsibility. Ultimately, the responsibility is mine. Christian will leave his current role along with his coaching staff. Daniel Levy then went on to say that Ryan Mason will take over head coach duties with immediate effect. Ryan knows the club and the players well. I met with the player committee today. The squad is determined to pull together to ensure the strongest possible finish to the season. Now, a double-page spread today from the Daily Mail, and it says here, this car crash is Levy's fault. Spurs hit a high watermark in 2017. Since then, it's been managerial mistakes, millions squandered on overrated players, and a chairman who swallowed his own hype. It has a section here called Pick of the Flops. Daniel Levy recently claimed that Spurs had invested over £500 million on new players since 2019, but that money has not been spent wisely. Here are 5 players who sum up the club's muddled thinking. Tanguy Ndombele, £54 million, club record signing. Richarlison at £52 million. Pedro Porro, £40 million. Sergio Reguilon, £30 million. Brian Hill, £21 million, plus Eric Lamela going in the other direction. Daily Mail have printed here 5 steps to restore Tottenham's pride. Number 1, create stable framework to lead football strategy and recruitment. Number 2, appoint head coach committed to attractive football to work within it. Number 3, find a new goalkeeper, forge a back 4 and add midfield creativity. Number 4, restore faith in academy process and clear pathways to the first team. And number 5, sell Harry Kane if he's determined not to sign a new contract and rebuild. Also from the Daily Mail today, it has a picture of Mauricio Pochettino on the back page, and it says, to add insult to injury, old boss Pochettino is on brink of Chelsea job. It then says that Daniel Levy has resisted the temptation to bring back Pochettino, the only man capable of placating angry fans who will get angrier if he turns up at Chelsea. Now for a report from the Daily Express today, and on the back page it has a picture of Pochettino and says Poch's job. Mauricio Pochettino is set to take over at Chelsea, breaking hearts at his former club Tottenham. And below that it has Bot's job. On way out, Stellini was axed by Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy yesterday accepted ultimate responsibility for Tottenham's shocking 6-1 defeat by Newcastle after sacking Stellini as interim manager. Inside the Daily Express today has this article stating now loyal Harry Kane must be spurred into move away. It then says Chris Waddle demands a refund for fans. Tottenham legend Chris Waddle has demanded that the club refund the fans who travelled to Newcastle to witness a 6-1 defeat. The former England winger left St James's Park fuming about what he had witnessed from his former team. Chris Waddle said, I want the club to apologise to the fans and reimburse them. It was a shambles. They made a 600-mile round trip to see the players do that. Antonio Conte had it right about this lot. They don't like pressure. They don't like hard work. They didn't turn up in the first 20 minutes. Newcastle and Spurs are similar. I've played for both clubs. When you pull on those shirts, it gets your heart pumping faster. It should mean something. Look at those goals. Spurs players standing, watching half-hearted leaders, no tackling, watching Newcastle run through the defence. On the back of the Sun newspaper today, it has the same headings: Pot's job, Maurizio, the #1 pick for crisis club Chelsea, and Bot's job, caretaker boss Stellini, axed after Levy's player talks. Furious Tottenham chief Daniel Levy sacked interim boss Christian Stellini after a meeting with senior players. On the back of the Daily Mirror today, it says Poch, ex-Spurs boss Maurizio ready to step in and rescue Chelsea, and then shove. Stellini sacked after just 28 days as Daniel Levy admits 6-1 toon shame was devastating. On the back page of today's Daily Star, it says manager merry-go-round in full spin, ex-mad, furious Spurs fans' favourite Pochettino takes bridge leap. Daniel Levy says blame me as he sacks another boss. Daniel Levy has taken the rap for Tottenham's wholly unacceptable humiliation at Newcastle after announcing Stellini's sacking. Now for a report from the Times newspaper today, this double-page spread. It states, loathed Levy lacking class, courage and respect. It must be sad being a fan held in contempt by others. It must be miserable going to matches and hearing your name vilified. The report then goes on to say it might be possible to pity Daniel Levy were he not so out of touch with Tottenham Hotspur supporters, were he not culpable in part for the comfortable culture that inhibits this great club. Even yesterday's inevitable decision to dismiss Christian Stellini, the end of an era, and the sensible appointment of Ryan Mason till the end of the season cannot mask the chaos of Levy's chairmanship. Daniel Levy could have been one of the game's good guys. Chief football writer for the Times newspaper, Henry Winter, has really gone in on Daniel Levy in this article today. It says, Levy lacks courage and class. Henry Winter then goes on to say that Daniel Levy lacks significant respect for fans, without whom Tottenham is just bricks and mortar, soulless and soundless. As someone who considers himself a fan, he will be squirming in his cushioned seat on Thursday when Daniel Levy, get out of our club, rings around the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Later on in this article, Henry Winter goes on to say one day the Spurs chairman will leave the club with a full wallet, an empty trophy cabinet, an even emptier heart and no friends in the maddened crowd. That's no legacy. Wise up, Daniel. Open up to the real fans, listen to them and learn. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, come on you Spurs.